The laugh came from behind me. Sharp, casual, practiced. I was already standing halfway out the door when my phone buzzed in my palm. One missed call, then another, then a message. "Come back, don't be dramatic." I didn't turn around. Behind me, the dining table was still warm from our hands. Plates half empty. The food I paid for, the food he was chewing when he said it. "Even homeless people have more worth than you." My brother's voice hadn't been angry. That was the part that stayed with me. It was amused. Like he was commenting on the weather. Everyone laughed. Not nervous laughter. Not awkward silence. Real laughter. The kind that agrees. I remember noticing strange details as I stepped into the hallway. The flickering bulb above the stairs. A crack in the wall I'd never seen before. My own reflection in the dark glass of the front door. Too calm. Too still. Inside my chest, something folded in on itself. I didn't argue. Didn't explain. Didn't defend myself. I just left. Outside, the night air felt cleaner than the room I'd come from. My phone buzzed again, then stopped. Silence always follows cruelty when it's satisfied. As I walked, my mind replayed the scene, but slower, more deliberate. The way his eyes slid toward the others before he said it. The way he waited just a fraction of a second for approval. He already knew they'd laugh. That was the real betrayal. I had been paying the rent, covering groceries, quietly filling gaps no one wanted to acknowledge. I had become useful, invisible, disposable. And the moment I stopped being entertaining, they reminded me where I stood. I spent that night in my car, hands resting on the steering wheel, staring at nothing. I didn't cry. I didn't shake. I listened. Listened to the echo of old conversations, jokes I'd ignored, looks I'd explained away. The subtle way my name disappeared from plans unless money was involved. By morning, something inside me had cooled. Not anger. Clarity. Over the next few days, I said nothing. No calls, no messages. I let them assume what they wanted, that I was sulking, that I'd come crawling back. Instead, I started noticing patterns. Bank alerts I'd never questioned. Documents moved. Accounts accessed. A signature that looked like mine but wasn't. My brother wasn't just laughing at me. He was living off me. And suddenly, that joke at the table didn't feel spontaneous at all. It felt rehearsed, calculated, like someone mocking a man they believed was already finished. I didn't confront him. That's what he expected. Instead, I watched. I pulled statements, old ones, cross-checked dates against memories, dinners I'd paid for, trips he'd borrowed money for, emergencies that always seemed to happen right after my salary hit. The numbers didn't scream. They whispered. Small transfers. Consistent, clean, routed through an account. I didn't recognize, but the address tied it together. Same building, same floor. His girlfriend, the one he swore he barely spoke to. I requested the full access logs from the bank. Identity verification, IP addresses, timestamps. He hadn't just taken my money. He'd been planning to replace me. I stayed quiet for weeks. Let him enjoy the absence. Let him assume I was licking my wounds somewhere cheap and forgettable. Then I did something simple. I stopped paying. Rent, utilities, subscriptions, everything tied to my name, gone. I moved what remained of my savings into a new account. Locked it down, two-factor physical verification. The silence that followed was almost respectful. Almost. He called on day 6, didn't apologize, didn't ask if I was okay. He asked if I'd forgotten something. I told him we should talk in person. He agreed too quickly. When we met, he tried to smile, tried to sit like nothing had shifted. His hands shook when the waiter mentioned payment up front. I slid my phone across the table. No speech, no accusations, just the statements. Highlighted, annotated, dates circled in red. He stared. Scrolled, swallowed. That's not, he started. I waited. He looked up at me then, really looked. Like he was finally seeing something unfamiliar behind my eyes. Cold recognition. I leaned back. Remember what you said? I asked quietly. About worth? His mouth opened, closed. The mask cracked. He begged, soft at first, then desperate. Said it was stress. That everyone does it. That I was overreacting. I didn't argue. I stood, left exact change for my coffee. As I walked away, I heard him call my name. Not loud enough for help, just loud enough for regret. A month later, I heard the rest through someone else. The lease had defaulted. His girlfriend vanished. The account froze mid-transfer. Fraud investigation. Family asking questions he couldn't answer. No one laughed then. I never corrected the story they told themselves, that I'd snapped, that I was unstable, that I'd disappeared out of spite. Let them believe it. Truth doesn't need witnesses when it's precise. I don't measure worth the way he does anymore. I measure it by who still has access to me and who never will again.